I'm the Dollar Sportsman, guys. Thank you for joining so much today. Please do not forget to like and subscribe and share. I am at the Utah Airguns range with my good buddy Josh, who I have shot with in the past. Big bore at RMAC, or EBR last year, right?
EBR, yep,
Yeah.
EBR.
That was fun, man.
Yeah, it was a blast. Had a great time.
No pun intended. It's an air gun. There is no blast, right? Well, with the big bore guns there is.
With the
Anyway,
big bore, there's a big loud one.
but today, we are going to show you how these guys go through their tuning process for a new out-of-the-box M3. So, ready to show me how that happens?
Yeah, let's get started.
Awesome. Keep watching, guys. Don't fall over. It's going to be fun. All right, man. Tell me what's going on. How would you start the tuning process with this?
All right, when we take it out of the box, first thing is we want to get a visual inspection. Make sure there's no dings or anything missing, any broken gauges. Then, first and foremost is we're going to check the safety. So we flip the safety on, make sure that doesn't fire, we turn to safe, and it still releases.
Awesome.
So, first function test, most important, that it's safe.
Cool.
From here, we're going to load up a mag and start dialing in. This is a 25 cal 700. We're going to shoot for about 925 feet per second. That seems to be a good stable FPS for this, or velocity for this gun.
So when it comes to the pellets, 925 feet per second is pretty stable. What about slugs?
Now slugs is a whole nother game. Typically it's faster is better. With 25 cal, if we're shooting hybrids, you're wanting to shoot around the 950 feet per second. Nice thing with 25 cal is it's fairly easy to tune that way. You do a little bit of reg adjustment on your second reg, a little bit of hammer adjustment here, and you can achieve that very easily. So.
Awesome. Now, if I'm switching off, like this is in preparation for RMAC, right? So if I want to switch off between pellets and slugs,
right,
shooting different things, how easy is it to go between the two?
So if we were going to tune for slugs on this, so you have both, you'd want to tune for a heavy, or for your slug first, which that's going to put you on your max power wheel. And then once that's stable, you find out what it's shooting, then hopefully we can just turn this down. Just turn the power wheel down. That's going to allow you to drop down to the proper velocity and be able to just have kind of a dual purpose gun.
Very cool, man. All right, let's get to it.
So for our standard tune, we're just going to load up a mag of pellets and see what it will do right out of the box and see where we have to go. Right now, we are sitting at about 70 bar on the rear reg and 16 on the big wheel.
Okay.
And about 2 on the micro adjust.
These wheels in particular,
okay,
what does each one do in the tune?
This one here, that's kind of your major step. That's going to be 10, 15 feet per second every click that you go down.
Okay.
So that's why you're able to tune on 16 and then just turn it down to 8. For tune on 16 for slugs, turn it down to a lower number and go right to your pellet tune. But you want to fine tune it, you want to find right at that 925, 935, whatever you're shooting for. That's when you use your micro adjust. And these are like 1 to 2 foot per second spread on your clicks.
Very cool.
So these run in tandem. So when you turn the power wheel up, this slide does move, but this just finally calibrates this wheel.
Now, what about the adjustment near the end?
Okay, that's your valve travel. So that is the dwell time or the length of time the valve is opened during the shot cycle. We can tune how long, how far, and how fast it closes with just turning this knob. That kind of our process is the overshoot by about 10, 15 feet per second on velocity with the hammer wheel and the micro adjust and the regulators, and then fine tune so for efficiency. So we're coming, you get better shot count.
Awesome.
So, we're gonna start out right where it was from the factory, which is just about 4 lines. There's only 4 lines on these, but they can go up a little more. but where we're doing just a standard pellet tune, we're probably going to end up about 3.5 lines or so.
Awesome.
But
all right.
let's see what happens when we shoot it.
Let's do it. I'll get out of your way here.
Now we're just going to fire it down and see what the chronograph says. So we're a little slow. We're just going to confirm with a couple shots. So from what I'm seeing here, I think I would start with the regulator because it's so low and we're 25 cal.
Okay.
We want to come up on our reg pressure to make sure that we have enough air to shut the valve and be able to propel the pellet that's being shot. So
awesome.
we're going to use a 2.5 millimeter and go into the adjuster that's right here behind the trigger.
Okay.
Then we're going to go counterclockwise.
So that's where you do that.
Yeah, so this is your second stage reg adjustment. Your first stage on this M3, where it's 2 regulators, is actually underneath the bottle. You'd have to remove your bottle, degas the gun, adjust that in micro adjustments, screw the bottle back on, and then read your front reg pressure gauge. But where we already know that we have enough pressure in our front reg, we're just going to raise our rear.
Awesome.
So we're going to take it up to about 100 bar. It seems to be the kind of the happy starting point. So that's right at 100 bar there.
Very slick, man. Show the camera that right here. 100 bar now, it was down, and by just turning that counterclockwise, it went right up. So that's easy.
Let's just see what this did to the velocity. So how we drop velocity here, that's telling us that we went up in pressure, but we don't have enough hammer. So we're going to turn our hammer wheel from 14 to 16, just to see where we're at.
Okay.
Do everything in small adjustments. You don't want to do big adjustments. You might pass the sweet spot. So two numbers brought us up 50 feet per second. So let's use our micro adjuster here.
Yeah, that's even going higher, man.
So we're going to go up. Sorry. Let's go up to about 2.5 just to see where we're at.
Okay. .880.
So I'm going to say 880, but let's shoot for 925. That seems to be the happy spot for the Kings.
Okay.
So we went from 2.5 on the micro to 3.
Okay.
So we're doing kind of big jumps because we have a long ways to go.
Yeah.
Once we get up very close, then we just go 1 or 2 clicks on this dial.
Awesome. Wow.
So see, we went up a whole half number, and we gained 70
feet per second.
Yeah, 70 to 100 feet per second. So we're going a little fast at this point. We're going to back it down a few clicks on the micro adjust. So we're going to split the difference between 2.5 and 3 right here.
Awesome.
We're getting very close now.
933.
And you hear the regs refreshing and that while we shoot.
Yep.
That's normal with these guns. You're going to hear them kind of fill this plenum area because it's so large. That's where they're getting all the power from, is from this big power plenum and the new power block. So
awesome.
we're going to turn it down just a little teeny bit.
912. 924. Wow.
So we're right in that neighborhood now. We're at 923, 924. It's basically ready to go. If we wanted to, what we can do is we turn it up just a little bit, and then we'll show you what this valve does up here.
Okay.
So we're a little hot. We're just going to turn this valve in 1/8 of a turn.
1/8 of a turn.
1/8 of a turn. It dropped us just a few feet per second. We just keep on doing that. Sometimes we have a misread on our chronograph. And go all the way in and show you a big not all the way in. We're going to go in, so we're only showing 3 lines.
Okay.
And that's going to drop us significantly.
Wow.
So this is not only a harmonic tuner for how the gun is reacting, but it's also a velocity tuner. It's how long the valve stays open. So I just opened it a small amount.
And now we're back up.
We're getting right back up there. Oh, gone through a whole tin of pellets, maggot pellets.
I really appreciate you showing me this, man, because these are the sorts of questions that I've always had about how these things actually tune and how it affects the velocities and harmonics, etc. So it's very nice to have somebody who knows what they're doing explain it in person and, you know, show me what's going on.
Right. Yeah, and if for some reason you're out in the field and your gun starts sounding funny and you put up on the chronograph and it's nowhere near what you thought it was, at least now you have a starting point of, let's check the reg pressure. Then we're going to make sure our power wheel hasn't got turned for some reason. I think every impact owner should know the basic tuning, like what we're going through here. Things will change. Somebody bumps it, you give it to somebody to shoot it. What does this knob do? You know.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you're not hitting your target. But if you have a chronograph of some kind, like the FX chronograph, and be able to hook that up, retune your gun, and get back to shooting.
That's awesome.
We have guys in the back that are putting these together every day. They're tuning by hearing right off the bat. Your initial tune is like, oh, that sounds good. And then we tune across the chronograph. And we got a great bunch of guys back there that are tuning. And
very cool.
So
903.
Just a little bit more. See, we can make just minor steps going up.
930.
And back. Let's see how that runs right there.
Wow. So now that it's leveling off, you can see about where it is.
Yep, so now that we did the adjustments, it will take a couple shots to settle in. Don't just take a single shot. 2 or 3 shots to confirm what it's doing. It's leveled out at the 922. I think it's ready to shoot. So.
That's awesome, man. Very slick.
Awesome.
Josh, thank you, man. So,
absolutely.
If you guys want to know how to tune, you can always call UA if you have questions.
Absolutely.
Right? They're always ready to help. Josh is a great shooter and is always ready to help, right? I'm putting you on the spot.
I don't know about a great shooter.
He is a great shooter. I've shot with him. So this is awesome, man. Now I'm going to be running 25 cal at RMAC. I will be doing slugs and pellets, and this is exactly what I needed to know in order to be ready. So this is awesome, man.
Now moving forward with this, with your slug tune, you know where to start. You know you're going to make small steps, and it's just that easy, I guess.
So velocity, I'm looking for 950-ish.
I would go for 950.
Cool.
You're going to go plus or minus that. Once you hit the 950, you're going to look for accuracy. So you want to get your velocity up and then check for accuracy. At that point, you may need to add some velocity or remove some velocity. And by that, you can add some reg or hammer or valve, since this thing is completely adjustable.
Boom.
Thanks.
Guys, please share this with your peeps that need help with tuning. I appreciate Josh coming and letting me pester him in the range so we can see what happens at Utah Airguns, because I was curious myself. You can pick these up, and I would recommend that when you're purchasing one of these guys handle all of these in person first before they go out the door, so that they make sure that everything's good to go. So I highly recommend that route. You guys do that for all your air guns?
Yes. Every air gun that comes through our shop is handled by a technician. We shoot them, we air check them. We just do a quality inspection on it. It takes us a little longer some days because we have so many going out, but we want to make sure that when you get the gun, it's ready to shoot. It's not just, I have to play with this gun. No, it's ready. If we put a scope on it, we sight it in at 35 yards. We actually test every single gun that goes through here. So
very cool, man.
It's a great feature.
Well, guys, there you have it. From Josh himself. I'm the Dollar Sportsman. Thank you so much for watching. We are getting ready for RMAC. It's going to be fun. I will bring you the coverage, and I will be shooting there with the American Airgunner team, so you'll see me on that channel as well, and I will see you guys next time, and I'll see you at the range.
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. Yes! You guys excited?
Yes. Excited.
Yeah! Yes, it was. This is going to be a fun adventure.
Yeah.
Well done. That was awesome. Do you see that? Woo! Yeah! You can do this. Get out there. Let's go do this. Woo!
He's so fired up. This guy. I love this guy.
Absolutely.